Hello there and welcome to my first review of one of the new LEGO Star Wars sets coming out in the August wave, and even though they're not officially out yet, my fiance was lucky enough to spot this and pick it up for me. So let's not waste any time and crack this open, and I'll give you a quick review at the end after building it. Now before I continue building the set, I've had to take the gloves off as it was much harder building them than I thought it'd be. But taking a look at this Boba Fett minifigure, it's a really cool minifigure and alone is worth the £13 as it comes with this cool arm printing that we're beginning to see on a lot more sets, and actually comes with Boba's visor, which we didn't see in the recent Starship Microfighter, and I have done a review on that. That was my very first review, so it's quite funny that my second one is now a Boba Mech. But I do promise there are more non-Boba reviews on the way. Now everything about this printing is completely brand new, which is great to see, especially as we're not yet getting Boba in any of the other sets. And also he comes with the gun that we used to see in him, which also is similar to the one on the Mech, just here. I've sat at this and looked at it for a while now, and I'm pretty sure this is a brand new piece, as I haven't seen it anywhere, but I'll have to check on Bricklink and I'll let you know by adding a little message along with this video. Now onto the chest piece here. This 2x2 tile is actually an exclusive to this set as it is printed on, and is very shiny in the camera and is a very nice piece, especially with all the detailing it has, resembling Boba's torso quite a bit, and goes very nice with this mech. At last, I get to put these 1x1 round bricks on. That's the end of bag 1, and as you can see the torso shaping up nicely here. We do have a bunch of spares. Of course we have the visors that can go towards clones or any other minifigures, and so far we have these 3 pieces. But we'll take a look at that at the end, and you can really see the mech forming up. You can see where the arms and legs are about to go, as well as a belt that you could probably hang his blaster on, and where the minifigure himself sits, and also the start of his jetpack, which is looking very nice. Now usually I would get these instructions up and be doing it online. However, as the set hasn't officially came out yet, it does mean I'm stuck to working with the paper manual, which isn't all bad, as there is something about building Lego with a paper manual that just feels a lot more right than using the PDF version online. However, it does also mean that I have to flip pages myself, and I do find I go through sets much quicker just pressing the arrow key on the keyboard. The techniques they've used for the foot of Boba Fett look really cool and get the shape of his shoes with the 2 little spikes coming out, and overall is a very neat way to build such an awkward design. And of course, if I didn't already think so, I have to build 2 of these, so let's go back. And there we have the end of bag 2. Now it's clear that bag 3 is going to be on the arms and the backpack and maybe a few finer details. However, with these new Star Wars mechs, as with the new Marvel ones as well, they have this awkward leg piece, which means there's not much movability, unlike the previous ones. I think my last mech was the Wolverine one, and I quite like the design, having the legs more posable. However, I suppose these are more stable once you can get them to stand right, as they don't have joints in the legs that can bend and fold under external pressure. Now this piece I've just built is the rocket that goes in Boba's jetpack, and it's really cool to have the play feature where you can launch the rocket, and though it won't go far, if you launch it right, you can fire it far enough to hit an opponent, perhaps a rebel mech that they can come out with in the future. As for now, the only ones we have are this Boba one, a Vader and a Stormtrooper, all coming out August 1st. This is also a new piece, as I don't think I've seen this before. I've seen the side ones, but I haven't seen a corner slope. And this comes in bright yellow, and of course is the shoulder pauldrons for this Boba mech. Once again we have another projectile piece on the side here, and this is perhaps his flamethrower that we see him use occasionally throughout Star Wars. LEGO have included a design underneath this hand, different to the other one in that it makes it look like Boba is holding his gun and has a tight grip around it, as this grey brick in the middle suggests. And of course, if you didn't want this, you can just pop the whole piece off quite easily and have him holding something else or nothing at all. Now Boba's gun here does have a flick stud missile, which of course fires out faster than this camera can probably catch, but is a cool addition as it makes the gun functionable and an interesting play point for kids who are playing with this mech. Now overall I'm not too impressed with the gun, however you can always rebuild it yourself, especially to get rid of that stud cannon at the end, which sort of covers some of the visibility of the weapon. Overall, this mech is quite an interesting build and has a few different pieces that I haven't seen before, either in a new colour or overall a new piece. Now of course the main reason why you'd be buying this mech is the new figure, and it is a great figure. It does come with a new head, which again has some scarring on. I'm unsure why LEGO have put scarring on this, as it is a Boba Fett before he entered the Sarlacc pit. However, perhaps he got in a few fights with the wrong people and he has the wounds to prove it. Overall, this set is really good, especially for the £13 price that you'd be paying. And between the jetpack and all the details, including the chest piece, it just makes for an awesome little LEGO gift. I will be having a look at the Vader and Stormtrooper one when they come out. So stick around, and hopefully I'll get to review a few more sets on the way. Stick around this week also for my video covering all the different sets that are about to come out, from this Boba mech to even the diorama that we're possibly getting for Christmas. Until then, may the Force be with you, always.